hardcore justice, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta state this honestly. I love New York. The Manhattan Center wasn't bad. But I'm hoping these are the last tapings for the Manhattan Center. I'm hoping this is it. And we go to another venue because I want to see the six-sided ring somewhere else. But I'll say this about Hardcore Justice. It actually was a solid show. I was entertained throughout the entire thing. Were there some stuff that I wasn't 100% okay about? Of course. But let's move on to the opening of the show. Bram versus the Abyss and a Stairway to Janice match. I know a lot of people don't care that much about what's going on with Abyss. Let's be honest, he's been around for a while. We've seen him do Monster Ball so many times. He's oversaturated. And that means we've seen him so damn much, we're tired of him. But I did state this early, that the Abyss might be passing the torch of him being sadistic to someone else. And when you see this match, which was a good match, it was, you could see Bram really was into this match. He made it work way more than the Abyss did. In the end, Bram wins the match. And that was the most important thing. He won it clean by himself. No Magnus by ringside. It was just him and the Abyss directly. That was it. And that's good for Bram to progress as a character. If TNA is actually going to go with this guy on their new Wednesday night show at 9 o'clock, which they should have promoted. Stupid fucks. Why don't they do that? But you get my point. I'm glad Magnus was not there, and I'm glad Bram won. Now, let's move on to the Dixie Chicks, which is EC3, Spuddy, Mr. Spud, Mr. Pink Spud, and Rhino. The implosion of the Dixie Chicks. It was nice to see that they're finally separating them and they're going individual. I don't know if it's going to be good for EC3 dealing with Rhino, because he's such an over ECW guy. ECW is going to basically bury an EC3 if they're not careful. But EC3 looked very dominant. He looked destructive. Spud looked terrified, like, "No, sir! No! Don't do it, sir! Don't!" With his lip right there. And if anyone saw British Boot Camp, just in case you did not, the reason that his lip does not move there, the tendons there have been cut when he was born. So his lip does not work. Just in case you wondered if he did that on purpose, he's not. I always love Spud. I just had to say it. But in the end, I want to see if they can put over EC3 with Rhino. I really hope they do. And since we're dealing with EC3, let's get Dixie done. The Dixie Carter segment with Mike Tenay. I really didn't care that much about this segment. But I have to at least state this, that at least it was done well enough that it closes a gap in the storyline. What's going to happen, or what did happen to Dixie by her point of view, where she's got a broken back, a cracked rib, somewhere in her L6, somewhere in her back is now screwed up, but oh, she's going to come back, and her nephew, who she did put over EC3 a little bit, she did put him over, but in the end saying that sooner or later I will be back. Let's just hope she's off TV for a while. Let her focus on the behind the scenes now permanently. But we know she's not going to come back. This is just wishful thinking on my part, ladies and gentlemen. But if I had to take a guess when she comes back, 5, 4 months maybe. Maximum is 5. I doubt she's going to be gone long. I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back within a month in a wheelchair. I hope they don't, but you never know. Now, Anderson versus Shaw in an I Quit match. Here's the thing about this match. Seeing the interview was good. Seeing the interview with the fight together was good. Seeing the fight at ringside and in the ring was good. Gunner being there, bad. Then at the end of the entire thing, after Shaw says I quit, we still don't know who is the one that's going to turn heel. This is the main problem of this entire situation. They should have already turned Gunner heel. They should have turned Samuel Shaw heel with him. And Anderson is the one who would be basically dealing with them both. But we're not getting that. They all seem to be faces, and we don't know who the hell is the heel here. Who is the antagonist? You know it sounds like Anderson, but Anderson cannot turn heel here, ladies and gentlemen. If he does, the entire thing is going to go bad. It's just not going to make any sense. It's got to be Shaw and it's got to be Gunner. That's the only way this would make some sense. If they turn Anderson heel, this is going to be ugly. But now let's go to something extra what goes with Anderson. Basically an advertisement for quit smoking. I can understand this better than most. You see, even though I look very young for my age, at 43, I lived in a home with chain smokers. My biological father smoked 4.5 packs a day. My mother smoked 4.5 packs a day. My half brother, who is my mother's son, smoked 4 packs a day. So basically there was 13 packs a day smoked at one time with them all there, and I had to absorb all that. And for me, I never caught on the habit of smoking. So I can understand the reason why, since his father died, I would understand the reason why he would do this, because my own mother died of cancer. And it was lung cancer. Well, complications, it's kind of complicated. But she was diagnosed with lung cancer. So I can understand the reason why he wanted to do this. He wanted to get out that I was a smoker. My dad died because of smoking. I'm hoping you guys get something from me. I'll give him that. And I find that's very respectful. Now, getting back into the action. I wish to say that the Robert Roode segment with the 6 sides of steel was quite nice to see. And on top of that, seeing that all 3, the only tag teams they had in there, which is sad. But when Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns was dealing with their work, it was only them and they kept everyone entertained. So seeing there are 3 of the best tag teams you could come up with, not the best that is all over. 3D hasn't been together for a while. The Hardys haven't been together for a while. The only one that has been together for a while is the Wolves. So you got some ring rust with 3D and the Hardys, even though when they had the matches it looked pretty good. But now knowing that these guys are going to be together, and Angle later in the night said that there's going to be basically a series where each one will go up against each other. Whoever wins more than 2 matches is going to be the tag team championship. Champions, not championship. Champions. I actually am very interested in seeing this. It's not about ECW guys going against WWE guys going against ROH guys. This is about, well, you got ECW and WWE with WWE and ROH. But in the end, these are 3 tag teams that we have not seen all together doing a series. And I'm actually going to be looking forward to this. The Gail Kim versus Angelina Love match, which was a last knockout standings match, was not a bad match until Velvet Sky kept interjecting herself. If they had just left it alone and let Angelina Love and Gail Kim do their job, it would have been better. Because I feel like it was not done well enough. In the end, Gail Kim wins, and we know this is still dragging on until Bound for Glory, where Gail Kim is going to meet Terrence Terrell. They really need to get it over with now, to be honest. If only we had the other knockouts there. Brittany should be there. Brooke should be there. And even to a point, I know you don't like them, ODB and Madison Rayne, if they haven't been kicked out, they need to come back and be in that area. We need more. Just seeing them is not enough. I want more. Now let's see, am I forgetting anything here? The Sonata and Storm replay. I enjoyed seeing Storm in this very manipulative type of character. He looks great in it. Smacking the shit out of a Sonata. In a sense, this isn't being like tormenting or abusive. This is how traditionally, several hundred years ago, the Japanese used to train as well as motivate their troops. This is the truth. When the samurais were around, they weren't gentle to the ones who they're training. They made them understand you must show honor to the shogun. You must show honor to your fellow samurais, and you must follow the way. Storm is the way. And I am very glad to see this. I want to see the great Sonata, which they put in bold letters next week. Is he going to come back dress the same? Will they change his clothes? Which I hope they do. I don't want to see him in the same clothes. Give him something different. Now that Storm is going to be more of a manager type of person, at least with Sonata, I want to see this. I want to see where they're going to go with this. And will the Great Muta come back? Or someone entirely different? Now, finally, the 6 sides of steel. With all the combatants that you know. It wasn't the match of the night. I think Joe and Low-Ki was the match of the night. Like I said, the problem with Low-Ki and Joe is that there's no promotion. I think I did say it, didn't I? Oh no. Joe and Low-Ki, great match, but no promotion. It sucked. But when you look at the 6-sided ring, I easily could be the second match of the night. And in the end, we now have 3 people. We got Rude. We now have Eli going against a Bobby Lashley. It's going to happen. We're going to have basically a 3-way dance. Which I wouldn't mind seeing if they promote this properly. If they just have it without having a couple of weeks to build up for it, I'm not going to give a damn about it. And I want to give a damn about this, particularly that we got something very good with Bobby Lashley. He's been cleaning house, nailing everybody, and not really having a problem of needing outside help, much at all. It's very rare he needs outside help. Lately he's been beating everybody. I just hope they keep this up until Bound for Glory, and then whoever takes the title from him by then, they would have earned it. And Bobby Lashley really earned being champion. So this show was solid. I really wasn't fond of Angelina Love. I didn't really care that much about Dixie. Samuel Shaw with Anderson and Gunner, I still don't know who is the heel here. They're not doing it. So that's my feeling about it, and I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment below, and I will be doing my debate of the week, which will probably be uploaded in the same day or tomorrow. I hope you have a good day and have a good night. Peace out.